Hey, Pisces, Mel, intuitive coach here, excited to bring in your December 2025 career and money reading. All right, let's open up your energy field and take a look at what the month ahead has in store for you, Pisces. Now, I am being shown an angel on the top of a Christmas tree. An angel on the top of a Christmas tree. It feels like you are protected. There's an energy here of being watched over, and some of you may be calling in and working with your angelic helpers. There could even be a loved one in spirit that is coming through as well. And as I said, that you have the Sun as your first card out. I see that you are entering into a time of your life, a time in your career, a time in your finances where you are feeling more empowered. If your confidence had taken a bit of a hit, if you've gone through a period where you felt like you had to close some doors, things are shifting in a really big way for you, where you're starting to feel more confident in your decisions. You're starting to find clarity around your path. This is about having the energy to basically take action without hesitation here. Yeah, 10 of Swords and you have loss coming through. This is you understanding and learning more about yourself, boundaries, what you will and will not, settle for. Your boundaries have been pushed up against. Perhaps there's been a bit of disrespect here. You have the freedom to say no to things that drain you. And I see that you are someone who is very, very skilled. You are someone that is very gifted. You contribute a lot. And I see that you are not going to settle for less than you deserve. So bottom of the deck here, we have the Office. It feels like you are claiming your voice this month, claiming your skills. I'm getting an energy of empowerment. So when it comes to the office environment, some of you may have felt like there was a bit of gossip, because we do have gossip showing up. If you work for yourself, if you are your own boss, there may have been some gossip in your industry, perhaps mergers. There may have been cuts, budget cuts, or it just feels like there has been a lot going on where you've had to carry the burdens of other people's responsibilities. And that has contributed perhaps to low morale, or it has contributed to, I'm getting like a disorganized type of energy here, where this month you are releasing the external controlling piece, right? It's not about controlling everything around you. It's more about owning what you can influence, right? Trusting your choices, taking aligned action without letting this drama or without letting fear or the mental noise. Some of you, it's the mental noise here that could be causing you to feel out of sorts. Now, Office at the bottom of the deck is about maybe connecting with work that has to do with like a staff assistant, office manager, secretary. I'm also getting administrative tasks. There could be some deadlines. Perhaps you're looking at like end of the year financials here, maybe looking at your own personal finances, taking a look at your insurance premiums or your healthcare plans. I see that this is a very busy month for you, and there may be a lot of hustle and bustle, but I also see it's important to minimize drama here. Think of the greater good, because someone could be a little bit selfish at this time, someone that you are around, and it could be that they are requesting a lot of time off, and perhaps you have been there longer, or there has been talk of someone leaving or hiring new people, but it feels like it hasn't came to fruition. Like this talk, this gossip hasn't fully, happened. And this is the month where you may be empowered to to realize like you don't need that validation or you don't need that permission slip per se. It feels like you are saying to yourself, I've got this. Like I can create what I want. I can say yes to my growth. I can say no to what doesn't serve me because you have endured some sort of a loss here. You have loss showing up, but it says a major phase in your life is ending. You are embracing newness. It feels like there's a new you who's no longer afraid to speak your truth at work. You may be taking ownership of your choices instead of blaming circumstances, right? You may notice opportunities open up when you step forward because I feel like this empowering energy is building a sense of confidence here, right? You're feeling confident setting boundaries, asking for what you deserve. So we have here letting go of what was so you can focus your energy on what is ahead of you. So if there was some sort of tension, gossip, drama, loss, Ten of Swords energy at the bottom of the deck, which can even be betrayal or a deep wound, I feel like you are undergoing recovery this month, rebuilding confidence after maybe feeling like your confidence was curb stomped, and you're unlocking, right? You're unlocking your own personal power. What was locked can now be opened. You have opened the floodgates of abundance without limitation. You are learning to trust your intuition to guide your career. I see that happening here with the sun. So currently in your financial energy, you could be offered a promotion. Some of you are offered a project or even some level of responsibility that may stretch you. Okay, it's going to stretch you into a whole new level. Now, of course, if this is not matched with what it is that truly aligns with your soul, don't let the ego come in and say, I have to say yes for the sake of saying yes. You are owning your power. But I do have a feeling here that many of you are stepping into leadership. This could even be mentoring, teaching, coaching, and there may be a fear of putting yourself out there, right? It could be that ego saying, wait, who are you to step into this role? Or it could be imposter syndrome or fear of failure, right? Fear of being seen in a new light. It could even be fear of judgment or criticism. But I see that you are showing up even if there is scared, even if you're scared, right? You're showing up shaking here. So the sun is saying, this is your hard work paying off. This is good luck. It's bliss. I mean, the sun is the most abundant energy here and it's landing right in your financial energy. So you have the ability here to claim your worth financially, emotionally, spiritually. This is a big time for you, Pisces. So set boundaries or say no to things that drain your life force energy because that is the sun. So the block here, which is interesting because these two came out together. You have the Tower and you have the Queen of Cups. So it feels like there is a financial blockage that also connects to your mindset here. So I'm going to work with both of these energies here. So we have the Tower. We have the Tower and we have the Queen of Cups. There could be a financial block that says, I can't do what I love and make money, or it's not enough to thrive, right? It's barely enough to survive. Or you may feel like you have to stay in a career that it doesn't really bring you the emotional satisfaction or spiritual satisfaction, but perhaps it pays the bills. There is some sort of mindset that is completely up-leveling at this time. This is you recognizing your influence and your impact that you have in the world and your work environment. This is you claiming your worth, right? I see that has been a struggle, claiming your worth. I feel like that has been a root of some sort of financial blockage. But with the snake here, this is transformation. You may have endured a shocking change, or someone had spoken ill about you, or it just feels like that gossip here, it surprised you, but it didn't surprise you at the same time. Like you felt betrayed, but you knew the direction that something was headed, but you kind of got away from The tower before it fell is what I'm getting here for many of you. It's like you dodged a bullet here. So there's major change and transformation coming through because it feels like the block is the Queen of Cups, where this is compassion. It's radiating your energy outward. And with the sun here, it may even be that you outshine your peers, or you may outshine those around you, and that can cause jealousy. It can cause someone to talk negative about you because they're projecting. And I see that you are someone who thinks deeply, but you also feel deeply. You are the water element. And many of you, I would say all of you, but many of you really tap into your spiritual skills and abilities, your psychic abilities, because it says here psychic visionary. So your third eye chakra may have been a bit closed down, where you had a difficult time, focusing on what you wanted, because perhaps you were not sure, what is it that I want? And how can I step into this role? How can I step into this frequency here? So you're basically identifying here with the sun, something is coming to light. You're identifying what you can control versus what you cannot, the tower. You are speaking up when you need support, when you need recognition, when you need resources, because the Queen of Cups, she can tend to take on everybody else's responsibilities, and she can stuff her own needs, down, or she may allow others to kind of steal her work, steal her voice. But I see that you are speaking up and saying, wait a second, I created that. I came up with that plan, or that was my idea. And it's like you are no longer letting people push you around, no longer letting people take advantage of you. If that has happened in the past, or if there has been drama here and you feel like you were caught in the middle of it, this is you advocating for yourself here with the tower. This is about you building your confidence here, celebrating the small wins, even small internal wins. Now, what is the opportunity for income growth? Well, Spirit says back up one moment. Okay, let's look at, the mindset, the beliefs. Spirit is saying, look at the beliefs. With the tower showing up as a belief, it feels like you want to liberate yourself in some way. I'm getting financial freedom. But in order for financial freedom to show up, or whatever freedom may look like for you in your career, maybe you enjoy working from home and that is freedom. Perhaps it's having a certain dollar sign, a certain number in the bank. It could be whatever you want it to be, right? This is your financial path. Spirit is saying confidence here is key. Confidence in your skills, feeling empowered, making choices that are your choices to make instead of letting other people kind of pull the strings here. So that's part of a mindset. And I feel with the tower, it's like you have dismantled some of those limitations, some of those unconscious patterns that have kept you playing it small, that have kept you kind of taking on so much without feeling at times like you've been getting the recognition you've deserved. Okay, so let's move on to the opportunity for income growth. I love this. 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is choosing yourself first, right? Letting that ripple into every part of your career. So you are aligning your tasks and goals with your natural strengths, Pisces. This is about you removing energy drains, removing distractions, removing toxic situations that have caused your light to kind of go out here. You've been doing a lot of internal work, and the puffer fish is beautiful because this is dreams. This is wishes granted. So many of you are stepping into a role that really aligns with what you've been working on manifesting. You're unlocking. The key is finally in the lock and it's turning. And you may see the physical manifestation really start to take place into the new year, especially as we approach Pisces season. But it feels like you are taking great pride in your work, as you should. You're great at what you do. And even if you are enhancing a skill set here or fine tuning something in your life, it feels like you are trusting that intuitive knowing. And you have the ability to not only be satisfied with a new offer or a new energy or something that you are engaging in, but it feels like this is spiritually aligned. So I feel like you are claiming your power and taking small action steps to help you get to where you are wanting to go, to help you take a couple of steps closer towards your dreams. So what is the unexpected financial influence? The Ace of Swords, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. You know, this is a beautiful energy here of a clear vision, right? This is a conquest here. This is coming up with a logical action plan and executing it here, just like the hawk. And this is about using discernment. You know, when the hawk sets his eye on the prize, when he has a prey that he zones in on, right? He puts those feathers back. He zooms in, gets focused, and he takes off, right? He knows what he wants and he goes for it. And I see that that's what you are doing here. You're using your discernment and you're coming up with a good action plan. You're cutting through the fluff, cutting through the BS. If there has been any miscommunication or if there's been indecision in any way, I see that you are cutting through that here. With that 10 of Swords, it's like you're putting something to rest. You are in the midst of recovery, financial recovery. If you have had some sort of debt, I feel like you're paying this debt off. You're working smarter here. You are re-evaluating where you are at financially. I mentioned that earlier, but it feels like you're taking the necessary action steps that can help you grow your abundance. And your action step here is the Six of Pentacles. This is establishing boundaries. So we're seeing that message come through again. Which boundaries do you need to set, Pisces, to protect your energy? And if you are not being recompensed or if you are not being recognized for your work, you're speaking up about it and you are feeling more confident and you're showing up shaking. The Six of Pentacles is saying reciprocity is what you are going for. You want there to be an equal give and take, right? I scratch your back, you scratch mine. We can do this as a team instead of feeling like everybody is kind of working against each other in some way. That's not team, right? There's no I in team. And I see that you are choosing, though, to move in a direction that is more empowering for you, right? Choosing yourself first. And that's not selfish because it means that you're breaking away from whatever 10 of Swords energy that this was, right? The hyena. It always reminds me of the hyenas in The Lion King that are under the command of Scar, right? So you have that fear-based energy or manipulative energy that is around Scar and the hyenas. But ultimately here, it's like you are breaking free and you are going in your own direction towards your dream. Now, your outcome is the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles is material success after you have consciously chosen to interrupt the pattern of loss or scarcity consciousness here, because material success is absolutely available. It is your birthright. That is what you are unlocking here, Pisces. And again, I don't know if I mentioned this in the beginning. I'm seeing it again. The airplane. Did I mention that? It feels like that's coming through once again. So it feels like there could be an aha moment, some sort of breakthrough. It could even be a call, a message, an email that comes through while you are traveling, while you are, maybe in the midst of like movement or moving. Maybe you're driving a vehicle and the email comes in that you got the job, or the call comes in that they want you to come do a little bit of a trial period. It feels like there is a job offer. Here it is. There's a job offer that is being that is being handed to you, being offered up, and it feels like you are a top candidate. And another message I'm getting here is if you are going for this position, don't settle for less. I actually feel like you negotiate an offer that feels actually better than expected here. It's like you weren't really expecting it. You were shooting high, but they see that you're well qualified. They love your skill sets. You're good at what you do. And I feel like they want to work with you. And if you are a business owner, it feels like you are attracting new clientele. Perhaps there's a new client, a new partnership here that could really help you bring your A game is what I'm getting. So I love that for you. Now we do have internship, Pisces. Internship means that you could be bringing people on board. There may be an apprenticeship here. There may be someone from college or someone younger that is kind of coming in and taking some of the maybe the tedious tasks off your plate, or that could come in and help your company. I'm getting scalability here as well, time management, where you may have felt bogged down by a lot of the little things that it hasn't really given you much time to focus on that expansion piece. And I see that you are at times feeling a little bit hesitant or a little bit stuck, but you may be moving back into that beginner's mindset even. You see that everybody's on the same page. You have the teacher there, you have some young ones, and then it looks like there may even be some sort of an assistant. So it feels like everybody is coming together. All hands are in the same pot here. So this is what you are wanting. It's what you are attracting into your world. And lastly, you have selling. So some of you could be selling your goods, your services, your products, selling a business, selling a home. I also see that there could be a company who has maybe sold like a portion, or maybe there's a merger coming through. Someone may have even retired or left the industry, and that has opened up a space, or the space has been filled, but you're not quite sure, is this someone that is going to be beneficial for the company? It feels like someone could be coming in here helping level up, or helping get things back to like feeling organized, or helping with new systems. I'm getting IT. So perhaps some of you work in either IT, or there could be someone that comes in and takes a look at like the computer system. Maybe there's been a big computer reboot or update, or, some form of installation. I mean, it could be you updating some of your electronics this month as well. But I feel like you are in a more favorable position than perhaps you think. And you're moving into this sense of stability that you felt like you lost out on. But I actually feel like the up leveling that's happening in your mind is bringing in more confidence. And that confidence is going to empower you. So let's take a look at the wisdom of the oracle. What do we need to know here for Pisces, please? A leg up. A leg up. I love this one. 34. This is help. This is support. This is also you connecting to resources. I'm getting resources here for you. Number 34. Some of you may connect to that number. Perhaps you may also be the breadwinner, or perhaps you're a single parent, or you may be allocating some resources here that are going to help you in a big way. This is interdependence, delegating authority, receiving help. Now is the perfect time to seek advice from a mentor or a business advisor who has been where you want to go to help you get there too. And if you do, you will receive very good counsel that will aid in your prosperity. It may also be the case that your endeavors have grown and you are in a position where you just can't do it all by yourself anymore. Time to bring on those who can give you a leg up. Trust that help is available and it will indeed appear. Delegate authority to others so that you can take steps towards your big dream. The perfect people will arrive at the perfect time, so long as you step forward with a mustard seed of faith. We just talked about delegating, right? And that internship. But because we have the Queen of Cups and even the Tower showing up a little bit jumbled in the mindset with a block, I want to read to you the protection message as well. Are you always insisting on doing everything yourself? Or maybe other people are insisting that you do it all, right? Do you have little faith that help will come? Convinced that the burden of the world is doomed to remain on your shoulders? Your beliefs about going it alone need to be discarded as they do not serve you at all. Let others help you. Yes, it will make you feel vulnerable to admit that you need a helping hand, but to be vulnerable is good, for you have a lesson to learn. You must let someone else assist you. You can't do life all by yourself. Once you shift your expectations, you'll be amazed by how quickly help arrives to give you a leg up. And this is a difficult one that I've had to relearn myself. And Brené Brown talks a lot about vulnerability as our greatest strength. And because the Queen of Cups is here with the Tower, this flows perfectly with that protection message. So if that is a belief that you have, right, the fear of going it alone, and I see that you are unlocking a new piece of your unconscious, right? Some beliefs here that are actually going to help you move into this resourceful time, move into this energy here of, an office, an environment that feels good, right? Internship. Everybody's hands are in the same bowl here. So instead of feeling like everybody is disorganized, or instead of feeling like everybody is focusing on maybe what they should not be focusing on, and it's all weighing up on you, this is where you have a voice. This is where you are being asked to step into your power, step into your authority, because it could change everything. All right. And lastly here, let's get a few messages from your spirit animals. If you can safely do so, Pisces, please close your eyes. Take a nice deep breath in from your solar plexus chakra, your belly area. Nice big inhale through the nose. Hold it for the count of 3, 2, 1. And release through your mouth with a nice big sigh. And with your third eye open, I want you to imagine the first animal or animals that show up in your mind's eye. Now this could be an animal that swims deep in the sea or flies high in the sky. Your animal could be magical, mystical, wild, or domesticated. This could be a pet that's crossed over the rainbow bridge, one that's crossed your path recently in the great outdoors, or maybe even one that you have at your home or by your side. And if you need a moment, just pause the video and come back when you are ready. And for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway, all you need to do is drop your power animals, whatever was showing up in your mind's eye, drop it below in the comment section. I will enter you into the giveaway. So please be sure to hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. You have the tortoise. The tortoise coming through. Home is where the heart is. Home is where the heart is. That's you taking a look at your internal energy, right? Because internally is where it's at, because then your outer world is able to align. That Queen of Cups energy is powerful here, especially as it sits in your financial blockage here. So I feel like you are taking small action steps to claim your power. These action steps are aligned with your heart. So how would the most empowered version of you handle this situation? If you are moving into that heart space, what are you doing? What steps are you taking? Next, you have the salmon. This is new ideas, divination. Now, salmon swim upstream when when they are spawning. So it is important that even though you've swam upstream many times, I feel like your hard work is paying off. I feel like you are about to launch. You're about to maybe give birth to something new, or there's definitely a new version of yourself coming in. Endings bringing in beginnings. 10 of Swords is saying you've wrapped up a big cycle of your life. You don't have to feel like you're continuously swimming upstream here or going against the grain in some way. Now you have the porcupine. This is ancestral wisdom. Now it's not just any porcupine. This is an albino, which are rare, which are authentic. And I feel like you are being asked to embrace your own inner truth, your own authenticity here. And white is the color of like a fresh energy, a clean slate here. So you have this quiet ferocity about you. Some of you are excellent communicators, excellent storytellers, or your throat chakra is activated at this time because you have a story to tell, or you have a voice that is meant to be heard. You are asked to speak up. Some of you may even be public speakers, or perhaps you are guided to share your superpowers with the world in some way, unleash your creative abilities. You really have some beautiful things that you are discovering about yourself at this time, and you're building more confidence in your own gifts. And lastly, you have the silkworm. This is imagination here. So you definitely have this new fresh energy coming through, new ideas. You may even be using divinatory techniques and tapping into your ancestral wisdom. I see that you're not letting your own personal drama or the drama of others, cause you to spiral, right? What is within your control? That's what you're focusing on, how you respond, how you react, and the choices that you can make moving forward. And I see you are weaving here your dreams, that nine of let's see, where is it? The Nine of Cups. You're weaving your dreams into your world, meaning they're not just dreams, but you're taking actionable steps to bring these dreams to life. So the silkworm here, powerful energies. That is what I have for you, Pisces, for the upcoming month, especially as we shift into the new year. You're creating a sense of inner stability, a sense of peace, even if the world around you seems a bit chaotic. You're learning a lot about your own situation. You're learning a lot about what you will and will not settle for. You're creating boundaries. You're speaking up. Your imagination is wild, but you're slicing through any of the disillusionment, right? You're getting to the core here, and it feels like clarity is coming through, and you're having fun as well. It's not that you are so routined or so single-mindedly focused on something that you're not having fun. I feel like this month you're saying, I'm going to balance out both. I'm going to have fun with this, but I'm also going to get focused and organized so I can move into the new year spreading my wings, feeling expansive, just like that hawk, just like that discernment here, that conquest. You are like hitting your mark. That's the message I'm getting. Hitting your mark because you are feeling more confident, feeling more empowered. And that's the energy that you're putting out there. That's the energy you are attracting. Thank you so much, Pisces. If you enjoyed the reading, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to drop your power animal. And if you are interested in a personal reading or signing up for the monthly newsletter, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video, or by visiting intuitivesoulcoach.com.